Hi, my name's Michael King. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Sydney, New South Wales, and I'm a children's performer. I got into music from watching The Wiggles as a young kid. I used to watch them on the TV. I saw they played guitars, bass guitars, pianos, drums, and I wanted to do that too. So one day, when I was in year 8 at school, I actually went to a music shop and I found a Wiggles songbook full of all the Wiggles songs, all their hits. And I just sat in my room each day and learnt all the sheet music, taught myself guitar, and I kept going ever since. So I started performing in high school, and we were lucky enough to go to a school where they encouraged performing arts. They put on big musicals each year, and that was really the highlight of my year. We got to perform at the Gold Coast Arts Centre, which for a 14-year-old kid was amazing to do. When I left school, I auditioned for Dreamworld, and I never thought I'd get in. I thought it'd be all hip-hop dancing, which is not my style. And luckily, and this keys back to my other answers, our audition song for Dreamworld was a Wiggles song called 𝗠𝗜𝗖𝗛𝗆, and I knew that song. So I thought I need to stand out. So when the music stopped playing, I kept going and I stayed in their heads. And I add that to my success to how I got to Dreamworld. My favourite musical instrument to play, well, it changes each week. This week I've loved playing the bass guitar, but next week it'll be the banjo or the drums. I love it all. Music you can take anywhere, like a ukulele or a banjo. Music you can play at home, like a little piano. Doesn't matter, I love any type of music. People ask, do I sing? The answer is, no, I don't sing. I can't sing for my supper, but I give it a go. As long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter if it's in tune or not. And luckily I know a lot of great artists who I've met over the years in different musicals and shows and work who sing really well, and every time I write a song or want to do a cover, they always come along and help me out with the vocals. So I've been practicing music since 2008, and I started working professionally at Dreamworld since 2012. So if my math is correct, about 8 years. So the type of professional activities I get to do each day at work, I get to perform shows where I can juggle in front of crowds all day, I get to dance, I get to dress up in so many different costumes to entertain the crowds, and it's really amazing to see. So when I'm rehearsing a show, one maybe I've created or one I'm in, I really love being spontaneous. And during my time in school, we did a lot of school musicals, and we'd have to follow a script to plan, stand there, speak at this line, stand at that line. And that was fun, but it wasn't really my style. I love going on stage and just having fun, you know? And I love the idea of not knowing what's coming next, but still creating a wonderful theatrical moment for the crowd. I really love it when that happens. And in children's entertainment, that can happen with the audience. You know, they might call out a song and you just do it on the spot. It's wonderful. Yeah. So my profession has taken me all over Australia. I've been to Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Tasmania, Canberra, so many different places around Australia, and I've loved it, seeing so many wonderful venues, all the different arenas and small country towns. It's been amazing, and you meet so many wonderful people and get to work with amazing crew, amazing cast. I just love touring. I miss it, yeah. So in the future, I'd like to be writing either my own or in another children's entertainment show, because I believe children's entertainment is so valued It's the first theatrical experience a child will see, so it has to be really important and you have to care about it. In children's entertainment, you can't be fake. You've got to have fun yourself. And the best part about a children's audience is, if they're not enjoying the show, they won't sit there and be polite like a grown-up audience. They'll just walk away. So it always keeps you on your toes. You always got to be engaging and entertaining at the same time. I love that. And when it comes to the music as well, with children's entertainment, you're not locked into a particular style of music. Children are hearing music for the first time, so you can give hip-hop music, you can give Scottish music and folk tunes, you can give R&B music, classical music, so many different types of music, and the kids love it. So when COVID hit, I was still working at Dreamworld, and we heard rumours that there was going to be a lockdown in Australia, and I've never heard of lockdown before. I thought it was from a movie. So I remember we did our shows like normal that day, not knowing it'd be our last for months and months. And then I got home and found out via email that we'd be closed. And at that stage, I believe it was for 2 months or so. And back then I thought, 2 months, that's so long. And 2 months turned into 3 months, it turned into 4 months. And yeah, so that was really shocking to the system. So to cope during lockdown and COVID, it's all about, for me, staying creative. And creative for me is music, but it's also songwriting, it's also art. I do like making things, putting things together. Any way to stay creative and keep your mind working, that's the best way to get through it. Because then you're not lingering, watching the news or the sad that's going on in the world. Just focus on the happy, because there's a lot of sadness in the world at the moment, but there also is a lot of happiness if you look forward. So with COVID and the lockdowns, the hardest part is theatres not being open and arenas have shut down. So what a lot of performers have done, a lot of bands, a lot of shows, they've been switching to digital, streaming concerts, streaming live shows, which is amazing. For me it's a bit hard because you don't have the one-on-one interaction with the crowd, and that's what I really love to do. But that's a good way to get going at the moment. In the future, I'd love to see theatres slowly reopen, maybe at half capacity, social distance of course. That'd be wonderful. And I know we'll bounce back. There's been a lot of hard parts of our history in the world, and we've always come good again. This is just one of those little blips. And I think when theatre does come back, it's going to be stronger than ever, because everyone wants entertainment, and they're going to want to come see a lovely theatre show and escape the realities of what's going on in the world. If I could speak to all the artists in our world, I'd say keep going, keep being creative, and remember, at this time in our world, it's all about spreading joy to people. And being in the arts, performing arts, that's the best way to spread joy. Because people want to be happy, they want to switch on their mobile devices or the TV, and there's a lot of sad news, but if we've got to show up there singing and dancing, that's going to put a smile on their face when they need it the most. So keep being creative, do what makes you happy, and don't let this get you down. So back in 2010, I was in year 10 at school. I was lucky enough to join the National Academy of Performing Arts, NAPA. And at NAPA, I was there from year 10 to year 12. And I learned so much about acting and dancing, doing a little bit of singing. And I met so many wonderful friends who are working professionally now in big major musicals, and friends who are working with me now at Dreamworld. And that's a time I wouldn't trade for anything.